You've been all alone, with a brand new face and a brand new waist and a brand new coupe on a brand new day with some brand new racks, and I can't. You ever notice something on TikTok? Someone starts crying, they only say they need 8 seconds, and suddenly millions of people are sending them money. But here's the question some of us need to ask ourselves. What if some of these stories are designed to manipulate us? Behind the tears and the sad music, there might be something sinister happening right behind the scenes.
Suspected of swindling hundreds of thousands of dollars from people all over the world using TikTok. Now investigators are urging victims to come forward if they believe they were scammed. News 19's Emily Mosner on this story for us today. You join us here in the studio. So Emily, what do we know about this case? She allegedly used TikTok in this scam, and what should all of us really learn from this moving forward?
Well, Ben, one thing to learn from this is to never donate directly to someone who is posting on social media, even if they claim that they're donating that money to a charity.
All right, so tonight we're breaking down why sob stories are everywhere on TikTok, the psychology that makes people donate instantly, and how some creators are turning sympathy into a business model.
$1,000,000 from her followers on TikTok.
57-year-old Amy Downs is charged with 7 counts of charitable fraud and 3 counts of tax evasion. Investigators say they believe Downs collected almost $1 million from her followers on TikTok by claiming that she was running a charity for victims of domestic violence and homelessness. However, the sheriff's office says they found no legitimate charity registered to her name. Downs is known on the popular social media app TikTok by the username Slot 7.0 or Slot Machine Queen. Investigators say Downs asked her followers to send money directly via PayPal.
So if you scroll on TikTok long enough, you'll start to notice a pattern. The pattern is people saying, please stay 8 seconds, so TikTok pushes my video. And on the surface it sounds harmless, but here's what people don't realize. TikTok's algorithm is built around watch time and emotional engagement. Meaning, if the people watch the video all the way through, then the algorithm pushes it to thousands. So if you come on there with an emotional sob story and it's believable, it's just going to keep getting pushed. So the algorithm is going to push it to thousands and thousands of people. Now imagine combining that with crying, sad music, and a desperate story. What it does is it becomes algorithmic sympathy, and sympathy spreads faster than almost anything online.
$1,000 stolen. She says this all happened through a TikTok scam. Deputies say the woman was contacted on her TikTok account by someone saying they, quote, were searching for a muse to paint, and she could get paid to be that muse.
Oh,
sounds
wow.
nice enough. But the victim told deputies that the person sent her emails of checks and told her to deposit them, then send the money back. Well, the bank returned the checks as frauds, but the money she sent was already out of her bank account. The victim also told investigators she was pressured to do the same by someone claiming to be law enforcement.
Mackenzie, hate you.
You see this?
Out. Now.
I just got a phone call. I just got a phone call from somebody said you was in your room, you was on TikTok, and you said you had to get out by tomorrow.
Go.
His mom is like, what are you talking about? Why are you telling these people this?
Said you was in your room crying.
Out. Go.
I have not told you.
I just told you to go. I just told Mama go.
Why is he talking to his
Go,
mother
go.
like this? Oh my God.
Jeeper.
All right, all right, don't roast me, but the psychology of a viral sadness story, right? So humans are wired to help people in distress. It's called an empathy response. When we see someone crying or struggling, our brain releases chemicals that make us want to help. But that's why these videos work so well.
He is the real emperor of the internet. My name is Elisa, I'm a psychologist and a product marketing manager here at Napoleon Cat. Today we're not just chasing algorithms, I'm gonna explain to you what really makes people click share and turn posts into viral hits. So grab your coffee and let's uncover the hidden psychology behind viral content.
crafting
Ever
your
wonder
viral
why some TikToks go
moment.
viral while others just flop? It's not magic, it's what we call emotional contagion, a fancy way of saying that feelings spread from person to person online. So when you see a post full of excitement, anger or laughter, it sets off the same feeling in you.
But here's the twist. When millions of people see the same exact emotional story, the reaction multiplies. And suddenly, one single TikTok can generate donations, Cash App transfers, thousands of followers, and sometimes even brand deals. So in other words, sympathy becomes currency. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the TikTok or the algorithm sob story formula. And once you understand the pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. Most viral sympathetic videos follow the same exact structure.
9 seconds and see what pops up. Here's a poor old man saying that he's about to lose his farm and he wants you to stick around and see the slippers that he's selling to raise money. Here's a girl who totally isn't AI generated pleading with you to buy a handmade watch from her.
If you can find it in your heart to give me a share, I would really appreciate it.
Stick around for 9 seconds and hear the sad story about this vet trying to sell his custom military mugs.
Can you guys please stay
Military
8 seconds
mugs?
to save my failing military mug business?
Oh, mugs.
Or this vet trying to sell some blankets. And what's more embarrassing is that people are actually falling for this. Look at these comments. These accounts are just stitching videos of sad people or this sweet old man who isn't a farmer and isn't selling slippers.
Nope.
He's just on TikTok telling corny jokes.
Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide.
But
What in the world? So like I was saying, once you see the pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. Most viral sympathy videos follow the same exact structure. Step 1. Step 1 is start crying or stress. Step 2. Mention a personal struggle. Step 3. Ask viewers to stay for the algorithm. So you've seen how they were saying, please stay 7-8 seconds for my algorithm. Step 4. Then they add a donation link. Step 5, watch the video explode. Now let's be clear, some people genuinely need help, but the internet has a history of turning real emotions into content strategies. When virality becomes business, the internet rewards attention, and attention rewards emotion. Which means emotional content is also often the fastest path to viral success. You gotta think about it. People don't usually share normal content. They share things that make them feel angry, that make them feel shocked, that make them feel sad, or even inspired. And that's why emotional videos dominate the algorithm. And once creators realize that, most of them start leaning into it more and more and more. The dark side of the sympathy content is the problem is, it's not that people don't want to help others. The problem is when the sympathy gets exploited, because when fake or exaggerated stories go viral, two things happen. First, real people who genuinely need help become harder to trust. And second, viewers start to feel manipulated. And once the trust is broken, it's hard to rebuild. But don't be fooled, the internet has seen this before. From Facebook to GoFundMe scams, viral charity hoaxes. Every platform usually goes through the same cycle. It's not just TikTok, but emotion becomes the fastest way to grow, and eventually some people start gaming with the system.
Money from our customers.
I owe $100 on my phone bill every 2 weeks.
To a 19-year-old scammer who managed to raise $47,000.
47
I've 16 traumatic brain injuries, and I'm alone, and I'm going to be homeless in less than a week.
These are scam queens who have come up with new ways to steal your money, starting with
Jesus. Alright, so the real question is, are all the TikTok stop stories fake? Because obviously some people truly need help, but how many of these videos are actually real, and how many of them are overly optimized for virality, to mess with your feelings, to make sure you send that money, send that donation.
Used her donation to buy some cigarettes.
truly don't know nails if y'all think $80 is crazy for a pair of these. Of acrylic butterfly nails?
That's why I wasn't friends with you anyway.
At least she's
I just
actually
went
selling
along with it
something.
because you was throwing me money. Let's tell the real truth.
Oh, you're not gonna get your product though.
Let's tell the real truth, y'all.
I've known you gave me $500, and I think it's because I gotta pay my rent and my phone bill. Dang, she was finessing. Anyways, the internet has changed so much, and the way we experience our emotions. Now sadness is the trend. Struggle will and can go viral, and sympathy can become revenue, baby, revenue. So the next time you see someone crying all over your feed, before you instantly react, ask yourself one question. Are you watching someone's real struggle, or are you watching a perfectly engineered content for the algorithm? Because in this day of age of this social media, the line between the two is way thinner than we think. So 8 seconds. Hope you stayed 8 seconds for my video. Man, TikTok sob stories, the strategy. You gotta cry, make sure you tell them a fake story, and then boom, that's all you gotta do. But hey, make sure you gotta drop that link too. Next video we probably gonna be talking about the gifters, the ones to be saying, can I get a gift? Can I get a gift? Can I get a gift? Go ahead and lift, gift. But anyways, it's your boy Young Rome. I've been on my grind, and I hope you appreciate the new content. I'll be back with some reactions, but the reactions, I don't really like doing them that much. I really like these ones more. But hey, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Hopefully this the right button. If it's not, I'm gonna be mad. Peace. Lighting up a new song, doing it so wrong. She throwing me her thong. I'm getting in my mode. Where you go